Huh? 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 I think we're back. I think we're good. What the fuck? It just happened. Oh my god, everything is gone. Everything's messed up on OBS now. Oh. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I just, like, I can't. I can't. I can't see chat. So YouTube's done for the night. Basically, is what's happening with that, at least. So rip YouTube. Um. I'm trying to put chat back in. Please. Why did you do that? Let me in. Oh my god. So I've never like had my internet just conk out, like just like power just like disappear, just die in the wind. Chat does not want to go in OBS. Please. Please. Okay. Docs. You know, I was supposed to be done earlier today, but I guess not. Alright, well, this is broken. So that's fun. Whatever. Okay. This is how we're gonna do it. Alright. Let's get back in there, I guess. What's my quest item? Withers? Oh, it is
Withers has laid out quite a spread of food, for one comprising mostly of bone. Perhaps he wishes to live.
Where the fuck did he go?
The attendees' appetites.
Yeah, how did it go? Sir?
This one night is like any other, and yet different.
Hey, welcome
Thou
back,
art
everybody.
the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break.
I don't know
Be
who that is. You
glad
gotta
of
send
thy
me a
chosen
picture.
path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
Put on my cute underwear, god damn it. Okay. I want my duck.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time.
Oh god.
Yet
Okay,
these
I'll
past
look at
6
that
months
later.
have seemed endless without your company. But now our paths cross once more. Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. I always do. Should I ever decline,
Give me a hug
I
again.
assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
Also, we're 11 followers away from 600, baby. We're doing it, guys.
That was more than worth the wait. Apologies. You can probably understand my eagerness. I shall be as gentle as a feather next time. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. Please, spare no details. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see.
Yeah, no
My
worries. Do
charges.
what you need to do, dude.
Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. You would ask to be tucked in next. But whatever the intrepid adventurer needed, I would have been glad to provide. I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. I am glad you have kept yourself occupied. No doubt I'll be able to spin a few yarns for the children from this. Thank you. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them.
Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in.
The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes.
Fair
And the
Fusion.
land is
All of my
rich
shit's
with
broken right
harvests and
now, so
bountiful trees.
sorry for no
Nature
alerts,
and
but thank you so
civilization
much for
are
the
in
follow.
harmony.
I do have anonymous
Stronger
follows,
together.
so no worries if you want to keep on looking. But thanks so much for coming in.
In a manner of speaking.
I mean, this
yes.
is like what happens
Though
after
it is a more
everything.
complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing.
Wow, you smooth motherfucker.
I see that now.
Hi, Fusion. How are you doing?
We welcome
I
folk
have
from
almost
all
cried like
walks of
5
life.
times, and then my
Anyone who
power
wishes
cut
for
out
a
as
new
I was
start.
doing this, so we have to
Naturally,
restart
it
it
can
over.
be chaotic
And then I
at
was already
times,
going to
but
restart it over
it
because
is
I
a
wanted to
thrilling
do
sort of
something
chaos.
else.
It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
Only 5. Yeah. Oh, sorry. All my shit's like fucked up. I know, too sad. And my little framies are dropping a little bit, but...
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please.
Everyone was willing to hug me except Astarion, and it makes me sad.
Quite often. They come and go as they please. But
Astarion was my
so many
boyfriend, but
playmates
to be
avail
fair, I
of,
did kind of
they are far from strangers.
go off.
They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten.
I didn't break up with him.
I
I
can see
just
it in the
did, you know,
land all
yeah.
around me. But more importantly, I see it in
I had
their
to make a
faces
decision,
whenever
and
they visit.
I couldn't.
To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. I spend half my days in ursine form. The children
Bring
demand
back
it.
the grease or
I
not.
had 4 of them taking
No
turns
more
riding
greasy
upon my
forehead
back
kisses.
just
How
days ago.
dare!
I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations.
Everyone
But
must have had
they
a
must
field
learn
day
that
when he said Daddy
Not all
Halsey.
are as amiable as I am. A lesson
excuse
for
me.
another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be. As did I, but
We're gonna go through it again.
somehow I feel like I no longer
He's got
need
priorities.
to roam.
He does. How's
That I
work
have
tonight,
found
dude?
something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a
Oh, they're
ripe
playing
old
Rocket
age.
League.
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts,
Bro, this dude
she has
seems
proven
so
to be a
flaky.
steady and wise influence.
I'm glad
Even
it's
Corva
chill
may yet
though.
find true balance, thanks to her influence. By all means.
Give me another hug. Hug everybody. We get to hug everybody. I still want to be able to hug them like when we're like in the middle of the game, but I'm so glad we get to hug everybody.
I could get used to this.
Bro, this whole thing is like...
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a
I
little
did.
keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle?
No,
I made
Petey.
this.
Godspeed. Good luck. I believe in you. I did.
Ducks
There's a
are
couple
my
ways that you
favorite,
can quote
but
unquote save her.
I thought they were particularly fitting in this
And
case.
I wanted to do a certain way, but I
They
didn't
are
have the
migratory
option this
birds, of course,
time.
traveling
And I think
far
I
and
know
wide
why
with the
that's
turn
the
of the
case,
seasons.
which kind of sucked.
Yet,
Which is what led me to make a
they
decision
always
at the end of
find
the
their way
game.
back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company. Oh, I am well aware, trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on, enjoy the festivities.
Sorry, we'll talk to Will again.
Your relief, your projection holds. It took a dozen Gish's
See,
talents,
this is
few
a-
stolen
this is a
side
glitch.
crystals, and 10 days of effort
This
to
shouldn't be
conjure it.
happening.
You can touch, taste, and talk, but your fleshy body
Because
is in
this is something to
limbo,
do with
the
Lae'zel.
home of the mystical
Nothing to do
Githzerai.
with Will.
Once the Githzerai were one with the Githyanki, until bloody civil wars.
So I don't know
severed
why
the
this
Gith
is happening.
species. The Giths
Because I was like, I clicked will. What do you mean? And then this
sent word
popped
through
up.
the cosmos.
Yay, work from home.
knows
We
of
love
your
work from home. I
rebellion.
know. I have quite a few
And
things
he's
I have to do
agreed to
tomorrow.
parley. Should the Giths
I'm like
join
one of the
you,
only people
you
that
could vanquish
will
Flakith
be
in a red
working tomorrow, so it'll be
dragon's
interesting.
clink.
What's the word
Yeah,
on the
fusion!
rebellion?
Yeah,
I presume
fusion!
we've cracked open more Kithraki heads than
I'm so
you
glad
could
you got to play
possibly
today.
count. Not to mention the mightiest magic you can muster and the sharpest swords you can forge. My own blade's dulled a bit, I'm afraid. Unless you count the boars I've slain on ceremonial hunts, I haven't felled a single beast since the Absolute fell. Rebuilding a city
so
requires a
good
politic mind.
in this.
A sharp soldering blade, not so much. Bargains must be made. Coin must change hands.
Soon,
Tongues must be held in
soon,
check.
Petey, soon.
Father
And then
leaves
you'll
me to my
be
own
staying
devices.
up late to play
Oh,
games
he's
with
got
me,
no shortage
and
of advice when I ask.
you'll love your decision
Still,
and regret your
I make
decision.
the decisions
You know?
I see fit. The ones I think will restore the city to glory. I serve only
Oh,
Baldur's Gate.
Lae'zel is
Not a devil of the first
fighter is
hell.
disgustingly strong. You can do like 7 attacks in a up to 3 attacks in a row, depending what you do, and then when you action surge, you can do another like 3 attacks in a row, and then if you haste, fucking bonkers. Yeah, regret.
Father's very well, and back in his element, commanding the flaming fist with as brave a heart as ever. Floric, bless her soul, convinced him to withhold the lashings and scoldings, though I know he was tempted. The likes of Gortash can bend
Right?
people's minds
Yeah.
with a few chosen
Lae'zel's
words.
insanely
No tadpole
good.
needed.
I used her for
chosen
the final
primed the
fight,
fist for a war
this
they weren't
final
meant to win. He convinced them
time.
there was an assassin
The final
hiding in every
section.
shadow.
Because I used
That
Karlak
cruelty
both times,
was
and
the
I was like,
correct
oh, I should
answer
use
to
her.
crisis.
And in honor
With a few
mode,
exceptions, Father's pardoned every last fist. If my
I wanna use
forgiveness
will,
not be
so it's gonna
Tyr's
be
will, so
interesting.
be it. I shall
'Cause it'll
forgive
be
them all the same.
Shard,
His words,
Astarion, and probably
mine.
Will. This playthrough.
He still
next
believes in the
playthrough.
bow and the blade, but with Floric's help,
Yeah.
he's teaching the fist a new lesson.
I might use one. I might
Valor
use
is
House
found
a
not
little
in the
more.
wounds
We'll have
you
to see. It's because I just
but
need
in
a.
the
I
lives
need
that you
a
have
like
bettered.
healer. So it's
May
just
they
like-
all take it to heart. I've had more than a few challenges, given the horns sprouting from my head. The
Your
people
horns
know
look
me as one
good.
of the champions who
sleek.
saved their beloved city. They know Ravengard blood flows through my veins. The patriarchs, the aristocracy, the councils of Waterdeep and Arm, their arms aren't so wide open. Still,
you
there's no friction that can't be
reclass her into a
graced
life
with
domain?
sly promise
I
or a
recommend
proposition.
that if you haven't. Like cleric life domain.
Disbanded, to be formed anew. I don't expect a soldier or street sweeper to see through the schemes of a tyrant like Gortash. But the city's lords and ladies were all too eager to abandon their oaths and bend the knee. My father, older
Oh, yeah.
Ravengard,
Okay,
is now
good.
Grand
Good.
Duke of the Triad, keeper
Yeah,
of the
life
fist.
domain is so good for her.
Floric is now Grand Duke of the Crossing, the face of devotion. And I
'Cause I
am
wanna
Will
do an unk.
Ravengard,
A unk.
Grand Duke
An
of the
unk.
Worm,
A
heart of the
monk
gate.
for my honor
We will
mode.
yet be four.
I'm kind of
Until
scared.
such time and after,
I'm doing a paladin
we will
with
enact
Meg.
the will of the
I
people's
have a
parliament.
separate honor mode that I kind
Baldur's
of
Gate
started
is
just when I'm
nothing without
bored.
its citizens, both in the upper
Along
and
with the
lower.
Astarion's playthrough.
Our duty is to them, and only them.
And I'm a storm cleric in my other honor mode, but I want to do a monk in the one I do in stream.
The jewel of the coast will shine ever bright, welcoming the weak
I
and
was
the
like,
weary
it's like
from wherever
honor
they
and
hail.
monk, so I said
We are
unk.
building new housing, not just shanties, but homes where families can rest their heads.
He looks
plant
so
gardens,
good.
Pursue happiness. Amazing what can be done when Parliament and the Council pressure the upper city elites to open their coffers.
I'm glad you're doing another playthrough.
I'm
I'm
sure
glad
the
you've already
Silver
decided
Shields
you're
can
doing
make do
another
without a few
playthrough.
more jeweled
As you should.
crowns. Of course. Never. The hexes and eldritch blasts, losing them took getting used to. They left behind a cold abyss where fire once
Shut up.
raged.
You know what? You shut up. You
So I
love me.
stoked a new one. Now the burning comes
You have
from
no
within
regrets
me,
buying this game.
not from the depths of Avernus.
You know you made a good decision. And you know what? You probably wouldn't have got it if
Go
it
on,
wasn't for
the
me
night's young.
saying how
You
amazing this
shouldn't
game
waste a
was. Like,
moment
how
of
many
it.
people
Or waste a single drop
wouldn't
of
have
wine
gotten
for
this
that
game
matter.
if it wasn't for
I
me?
plan on downing
Let's be
half a
honest.
bottle myself. Oops. Did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man.
Oh shit.
Look how hot she is.
My God.
Look how hot she is in this
I wasn't
outfit.
kidding. Where's your mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Ha! Oh man, I
I
can't
know
wait
I'm
to
right.
say hi
I
to
know I'm
everyone.
right.
Look at
I
them,
know.
the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in
So hot.
6 months? Every time.
Our hug's a little awkward though. I won't lie. I don't know why we're hugging like this, but it's fine. Hey, mom's
Here, here. Enjoy it, soldier.
She's so
You've
hot.
earned it. She's got a knight in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll toddle back off to hell quick as you please. Oh, hey. Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found. Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may
I
remember
hope this
my
is
old friend
DLC.
Flo.
I want this to be
Not sure
DLC.
she'll help us, but maybe. We might get to come home permanently.
It's just
Maybe
you.
even sooner than we think.
I hope. I hope, baby girl, you deserve the best.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind.
I love her.
But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing.
Hi.
Huh.
Look at him.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the
Yeah,
craftsmen.
okay.
Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little
Oh,
love
we
for
didn't
this
go by
city,
our house in this
but so
playthrough.
long as my family chooses to serve it,
I forgot we
I can
didn't
do
do
no
that.
less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home.
We'll do a little more in the next playthrough. There's a
Whatever
couple
that
things I
means to you.
skipped in this one.
Garlac is lucky to have you. And know that you are not forgotten. If your friends don't drag you from the hells, it will only be because you freed yourself first. But there will be more to discuss on that matter. First, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
I wonder who that would be. Continue playing.
You see, Boo? Ah, breathe deep, Boo.
Look at Boo.
The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place.
Matt Mercer did such a
To
good
meet
job.
again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
He is not a guest, but your newest follower. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing aexum. So I have. Though it is a piece made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top.
I really need to get
Now I
some
tell
mods.
them
I
of
really
you.
want to do
How you ruled the
a run with
wickedness
everyone
within.
in the party.
How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for
I
Boo
want
to
to
decide
play
if they
with
live or
everyone.
die.
Oh God.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. Oh, Boo!
Everyone and the summons. I'll have an army with me. That's what it was earlier. I had a whole ass army. I would keep for real. I'll become
We sleep in that sewer no longer. It is a different sewer, much less damp beneath the bedroll. Now,
I'll become Ryuji in the last episode.
Embarrassing him in front of his friends. So you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil Horde, and Angel Hearted. Lae'zel of Kresh Killer, true child of Gith, and true friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine
I
it.
mean, if you want to, you can.
We visit him much down in the
Oh
dark
my
places,
god,
though
fucking
he often
one
moves his
posted
lair
something
without
on
remembering to tell
Instagram that
who's
was like major spoilers
Gale,
for
the
like the
man who would
season
be a
of
god.
like JJK, and I was
But
like,
then
bro,
thought better
no. I had seen it
Boo
obviously,
thinks better
but
of
I
him
was
for it
fucking
too.
dying at it.
Shadowheart. 2 gods tugged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin,
Just notices
Archdruid of Arches
somewhere.
He is a much
I'll
better
try.
man
I'll find
than
it and
he
send it to you.
smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself, Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball and Bane. Once the guild is made of goodness once more, Bull shall scratch the hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief, for the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in
shit.
their duty.
Wait,
And more than this,
I don't have it anymore. I'm
who
sorry.
never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
I don't
Go,
have
my
it
friend.
anymore. Sorry.
Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Now, there's a face I know. Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not?
I hate you.
You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Always, my friend. But the villain I must needs slay today is my greatest yet. A deadline. You won't be surprised to find I'm soon to publish a little holiday read about our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and
No,
Me.
absolutely not.
What do you think?
No.
Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been
what the
wonderful for
fuck?
my reputation. But you mustn't let me
But
hog
it's
your attention all night,
helpful.
my friend.
But yeah, he
You've
did kinda
many friends to chat to.
fuck up your
and
eye.
I'd love to listen in.
Oh, hi, everybody. Alright, let's talk to the babies again.
Friend? Friend! You came! Big Brother Scratch, too! Happy.
This is a nice pet. Yeah. Baby grew.
Yes. Miss this. More. Yes. Big. But Scratch is smart. Teaches me many things. Like Big Brother. Widders? No.
Widders!
You smell very delicious. Follow smell, find you. Lots. Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired
You
now.
are amazing.
Want sleep. Want cave. Bear man? He is big, but not bigger than me. I like him. I go to him.
Scratch. So, Scratch is where I almost fucking lost it. I almost lost it talking to Scratch.
Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Albert. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to snuggle. I missed your smell, but this thing I found had you all over it. I brought it for you. And I thought, perhaps you'd like to throw it? I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. You know best, but a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
I love you. Where is it? Gimme. Get it, Scratch!
There you are.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
Do you even have to ask?
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. You can say that with a straight face after all the times I had to come to your aid. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
Hugs.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I
Damn,
take
did
it.
you just call me fat? You know what, that's fair. I have to respect that. He called me chubby!
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Truly. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. I like to think so. Choosing my own path is still something of a novelty for me, but at least I'm free to make my own mistakes. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from.
I did.
And
We're
where
past
I
the
came from
gate.
too, I
We're
suppose.
past the gate.
Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long. We had tea on his balcony. Tara even deigned to sit on my lap for a while.
Yeah, I
You
know, right?
I think entire forests must have been felled to quench that man's thirst for books. He seems to be doing well. In his element. Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a
Yeah, we
sacrifice.
opened the fence too. We actually hopped it.
Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poisoned blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans. None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say.
Yes.
But she is still my oldest friend. I have hopes that perhaps she might turn
Yes,
from Shar
like in Hot
entirely
Fuzz,
given time.
but I'm not what's his fuck. I'm the other one.
That's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes,
Honestly,
I'll be
that'd
ready.
be a really cool, fun collab.
I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to? I'm glad you two have each other. Hells, I'd be almost tempted to come along if you'd have me. Perhaps if your adventures ever lead you out of Avernus permanently. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves.
Getting a group of friends to regularly agree to a time and plays can prove challenging.
I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars.
It's so true.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, who the fuck made all of this noise over here? This is literally like the starting area. I wish, Dame Ayland and, what's-her-face were here.
No worry, no obligation. It's been too
My friend, the Hellswalker. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Limbo, she'd said. A plane of chaos where you might drink fire like water, where you might breathe ice instead of air. And the home of the mystical Githzerai. Once the Githzerai were one of the Githyanki, until bloody civil war severed them.
A bit. It's taken a dozen vicious turns, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection.
I just think it's interesting that Volo's here,
What
but like
I'd
Dame
say.
Ayland and
I miss
what's
this
her face
place.
aren't here.
This.
Oh my god, what the fuck's her
They
name?
run.
Isabel? Like, I don't know why they're not when all the other people that we met that were in our party, even temporarily, were here.
I do. I approach the gates of Shraktalor even now.
Shraktalor. How well you know the name. The capital city of the Githzerai, and the home of their immortal god king, Zareth Menyar Agith.
Algish sent word of the rebellion to Minyara Gith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm. Soon, when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I missed you. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Gale Dicarius.
Ah. Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Dicarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance. Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you.
So we got cut
I
off
have to
during
say,
his conversation.
I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation.
Yeah, he is.
Seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils. Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
Cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? From you, I'd expect nothing less. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you. Excellent. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist the allure of sharing your expertise. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
So sometimes they do talk,
Oh,
but...
right. You. Hello. Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order.
It's not with this part of dialogue. It would have been so much. But they do have their own lines.
Isn't that right? Well done. Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able. If you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities. We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
My boyfriend that doesn't want to hug me and I'm sad.
Hello, darling. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And look at you, straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun. Understandable, but try to resist the urge. I don't want to know what your clothes have been through since we last met. Although I do like the style. Tortured armor never does go out of fashion.
Let me hug my boyfriend.
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it. Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all. I did at first. But then I realized. These shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me. The choices other people made for me. But
I'm
that's
gonna
over
load
now.
up my other save.
This
because I want to see
is
what's
who I
different.
am. In all my glory, for better and for worse. That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Can I hug you?
After everything, this feels nice. A chance to take a breath, metaphorically speaking.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. You have no idea. You've no idea who I am. Withers couldn't even find a bard that knows who I am. I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another. Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished,
I wonder if this is someone from, like,
I had song prayers
the other
coming out the
games.
proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None.
You feel a pang of divine guilt. Musical prayers went out of fashion among bards when Melil, Lord of Song, offended the god Cyric and was ejected from the pantheon.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid. You know.
You're bloody right. It is an honor. Deep down, I knew you'd recognize me. You're a fellow bard, after all. What can I do you for? Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want? Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
I've talked to everyone. What is this?
Revelry and community on the eve of revolution. Magnificent.
To the hero of the realms, we followed your adventure closely from the day you fell, that doomed Nautiloid, to the final blow you struck to the Netherbrain as it loomed over the Sword's Coast. But we are but a humble guild who pride ourselves in telling stories, not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats and awesome and terrible. The lives you saved in Sundred, the friendships you found. Thus we thought to extend a greeting to thank you for the adventure of such a creative determination, such panache, enough to touch the hearts of each of our number. With deepest gratitude, the Guild of the Great Genius. To whom it may concern, Withers gave me this address and said I could consider writing thus an update. The Iron Hand gnomes are nearly beyond help, but I've managed to yoke them into something resembling a coherent force for innovation. We've been hired to assist the city's reconstruction, and our steam-powered object motorations are helping to move building supplies in every part of the city. It's nothing really. I am well. I trust you are too. We deserve it after all, don't we, Borges? Oh, Art! To an old acquaintance, I write to you from the sunny porch of the Last Light Inn. A light breeze blows now and then. People are milling in and out, builders visited of the children of all ages in Helson's care. I can no longer hold up a quill or eat without assistance. A kind friend is transcribing this for me. Thaniel, rejoined with Oliver, has promised to be with me when the end comes, as our old songs drift on the wind even louder. I know I have mere days left, but I do not fear it. If not for your help, this land would still be shrouded in darkness, and I'd still be lost within it. Know that my heart is full and happy, and I am grateful for my last moments. Do visit someday, and if you have time to stop by and own Flaming Fist's grave, I'd love to see you. Heroes of Baldur's Gate, vanquisher of the Absolute. The city is forever in your debt, and without your valor, your audacity, your sacrifice, it would not know renewal. It is not temples and inns and homes that I speak of, but hearts. Baldur's Gate can never be the city it was before it suffered the Absolute's touch, and that is as it should be. The survivors have borne witness to their homes near destruction, and they have come to regret, turning a blind eye to the cruelty Gortash disguised as safety and security. And they understand it just as they've come to understand that trust, compassion, and unity are the foundation of Baldur's Gate. Our gates are open once more to the disowned and displaced, and the Flaming Fist will learn to be true servants of the people, and I will devote myself to ridding the gate of the shameful fears that allowed evil to enter our homes and sit at our tables. Hey you, it's Arabella. You remember me, right? Both men said I needed to find balance, where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, and the root of all being. Fancy talk. He was right, though. After I touched that idol in the grove, it was like a big tree started growing in my head, and all these weird thoughts and feelings and powers sprouted on its branches like big black leaves. I had to figure myself out, and so I followed the weave like Bowman said. I don't know how I knew what to do. I just did. And after you squished the brain, Beardman showed up. Said the weave led me to him and me to him, and he's teaching me how to sense all of the leaves in my head. He says I need to use magic responsibly. He said also not to call him Beardman. I'll let you know how it goes. Sebastian! After so long in a vampire's cell, I'd almost forgotten how to write. Never mind what to write, but you can say to the person who unlocked your cage and gave you your life back, or gave us some kind of life at least. After you killed Cazador and opened our cells, we fled into the Underdark, and there were thousands of us, a ravenous wave, mad with freedom and out for blood. And gods did we find blood. We swarmed every monster and unfortunate in our path, drinking what we could. We lost hundreds along the way, some to beasts, and most just disappeared into the dark. But it wasn't easy. But eventually Cazador's house spawn calmed us and took control, and they found some old ruins we could call home, and we've been there ever since, building a new lives for ourselves. We are not free down here. The dark will chain us forever, but we aren't the prisoners we once were either, and that's thanks to you. We looked in our cages and saw people, not monsters, and here down in the shadows, we're trying to live up to that. Thank you, now and forever. Dear friend, I doubted you for so long. Perhaps you knew that already. In spite of my best attempts, you proved yourself time and again, and at Joaquin's Rest in Moonrise Towers and Worm Rocks, and I still doubted. Netherbrain's defeat should have proven your courage, yet I was more doubtful than ever. This was a ruse, a dream, and a trick. And then, one eve, from the elf song I heard it, singing. A ruckus, lewd, tuneless, drunken refrain. I never heard anything more terrible and more beautiful, and I raised my voice and joined the chorus. In that moment, all my doubts melted away, and we were replaced with something more valuable, hope. Baldur's Gate will be whole again. I might have doubted you, but you never did. With profound admiration, Floric. To the Spawn Astarian, greeting from the family of Oma, hunters of monsters and keepers of the peace across Faerun. We know this letter finds you well, for although we hunt you no longer, we do sometimes keep watch. Your restraint and control over your bloodlust has been admirable. Indeed, it has been an inspiration of our children, for our children who have struggled on their own hunger. These last months have been difficult time for our people, and we have protected and nurtured our children as best as we can, and have learned much. Herbs we once used to dull our foes' minds are now sedatives to ease the hunger and pains. Restraints built to hold the undead now protect them from themselves. And there has been a lot of pain, but a lot of progress too. Our children learned discipline and control, while we learned compassion and patience. There was a time when we have destroyed any undead creature, our own blood or not, and called it mercy. But then we met you, and we saw the redemption was possible. Difficult, yes. Painful, but possible. You saved our children first from Cazador, and then from us. And for that we thank you. We will watch you still, but with admiration than with fear. Walk in peace, Astarian. Hello, friend. I'm sorry it's been so long. I have the most amazing news. You know how Lacrissa was working insane hours at the Elf Song Tavern? Well, she woke me up one morning all excited and told me she had a surprise for me. She took me to a house in the lower city, and I had a plaque hanging outside of it. A plaque with your and Lily Hollow's names on it, and the School of Music beneath. I just burst into tears. I couldn't believe it. And the cutest house you've ever seen, with a big open space downstairs and a small loft where we can sleep. Word spread before I knew it, and I had a room packed with trainee bars from Candlekeep to Waterdeep. Lacrissa had to quit the Elf Song to help out. I'm teaching night and day and fall into bed utterly exhausted every night, and I've never been happier. Do come and visit sometimes. We'd love to have you. Lots of love. Hey there, would you mind passing this on to Karlek? Thanks a mil. Karlek, if you're reading this, you're alive. One way or another, you found a way, and thanks God. I think of you often, wondering what you've become. Write to me, won't you? Please. Yours faithfully, Devin. Gale, my boy. I can only apologize for my absence from Wither's little gathering. As you know, only the most urgent of business would keep me from indulging myself in his excellent taste in sweetmeats and your esteemed company, of course. I was delighted to hear that you came to your senses with regards to the cursed crown, and delighted yet further that I learned that the orb's malingering present no longer poses any threat. And then, in that sense at least, I hope you feel Mystra treated you fairly. I trust you're enjoying your own adventures. I have to say, I struggle to picture you outside of Waterdeep, or your library for that matter. Wherever your escapades take you, be sure to keep your larder well provisioned. After all, one never knows when an old friend might drop by. Dear Shadowheart, I hope that you are happy and well, and I must keep this short, as I remain surrounded by Shar's followers at every waking moment at my new enclave. I dearly wish for you to enjoy your night spent with old friends, and I hope that you and I shall share such a reunion. I know it must seem strange for me to dwell on such heretical thoughts, yet I cannot help myself. Perhaps one day I should find some measure of bravery that you did and walk away from this life. Until then, I shall keep safe and hold memories of you as my one ember of light amid an ocean of darkness. Hey, Bill! Until we find each other again, yours always, Nocturne. Valeria. Oh god, Valeria. Salutations! I'm writing to request your help in a mysterious case that has arisen since our little Balian bash a half a year ago. Regrettably, I've had to take credit for the dispelling of the ball cult in your absence. You understand. And am working on rooting the remaining Ballists from our fair city, and this has made me a target. A false document bringing my name into ill repute has been made public, an alleged unpaid bar tab at the Elf Song. If you happen to be passing through with a bindle of coin, perhaps you could persuade management of my obvious innocence. Much obliged. Investigator Villier, a sleuth of the helm. P.S. Any advice on getting Ballist blood out of my cloth? My hat's not been the same since the murder tribunal. Oh my god. Githyanki script to Sir adorns one side of the page, to the other is written in common tongue. Shalak, Orpheus may not be with us, but the comet shines ever bright. Breath by breath, battle by battle, Vlaka's death draws nearer. I have taken to the astral plane, slaughter all who must be slaughtered, and spread the hair's truth to every possible... Y'all, good fruity. No one's done it today. I think about it. Airs truth to every possible ear, willing and unwilling. Many Githyanki have already taken up arms as warriors of the comet. Others have remained in their enclaves or traveled to creches, dedicating themselves to our cause as scribes, spies, and slate scholars. But our allies do not all call themselves children of Gith. Zareth Manar Agith, the Githzerai God King, has requested an audience, and there was a time I would have thought such a coalition unspeakable, but the Githzerai at our side, not even the full force of the Kithrak could stop us. If Vlakith is to fall, perhaps the two skies might again be made one. Yum yum yum. My mouth is getting dry. I had a dream last night. Not that there are any nights here, or any days. It was a dream about you, all of you, and you were there, and you were here with me, and I had served bread and jam and oat crackers and cheese, enough tea to quench a dessert. You nibbled and sipped and smiled and laughed, and you asked if I was happy. Nobody has asked that for so long, and I don't know if anyone has ever asked at all. I didn't have the words to answer, so instead I led you through my house and showed you all the souls that are here with me, and they were Raphael's ones. But now they belong to themselves. The archive is an art gallery, the boudoir is a grand kitchen, and the dungeon is a refuge for any wounded soul or creature that finds its way to us. Am I happy? I don't know, but I am hope, and I persist because of you. I should get some water. But I'm almost done reading my letters. I have 3 more. Okay, this is from Mayrina. Thought I'd reach out first for once. I finally had my baby, a beautiful boy. I can't believe I ever thought of giving him up. He screams his head off half the night, and I've barely slept, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. Other than my wedding day, of course. I decided to name him Connor, after his dad. With Ethel gone, myself and some other hag survivors have started our own publishing house. We've only printed a few pamphlets so far, but I'm halfway through my first book, me, an author. It's like something out of a dream. Mind you, it's all about how to kill hags, but you know what they say, write what you know. With every pamphlet we publish, more people show up to our support groups. As happy as that makes me, it breaks my heart to see how much harm Ethel did. But as long as I live, another hag won't set foot in Baldur's Gate, you have my word. Anyways, the reason I'm writing to you isn't just to talk your ear off, it's to say thank you for saving a scared young girl who thought she'd become a terrible mother. I couldn't have been more wrong. Next time we meet, pints are on me. I'm not much for leaving my city, but it does gladden a girl's heart to be asked to the ball, so I'll thank you for that much. In my place, except a few casts of fine vintage that managed to roll their way down the upper city in all the commotion, the rebuilding has given rise to many such happy opportunities worth discussing over a civilized drink in my guild hall. If you find yourself at a loose end, enjoy the muck and see if you can't get the high harper to sing. You won't be disappointed. Right? Papa! I hope my penmanship has improved somewhat in the past months. When I first stumbled into the city, I shook so badly that I could scarcely hold up the soup the priest pressed into my hands, let alone write and thank you as you deserve. It is only when the city itself began to shake that I felt my hands grow still. Along with the other veterans sheltering at the temple, discards of El Terrell's unworthy legions, I watched the monstrosity rise over the city. We felt no fear, only anger, disgust, and purpose with it, power. I do not know what oath we cling to now or how long it will last, but we shall use it to ensure that this city will not suffer as El Terrell did, whether it wants us or not. It's more than thanks alone that I owe. No words can amends for what I did to my people. But that is as it should be. More to come from my temple every day to the aid and relief efforts, and I am permitted to work alongside them. Then I am content. Come and see us when you can. Don Ye Gary Perro, yes.
Cursed to put my hands on
What
everything.
does that say? I'm not reading that.
A night without
Can I talk to you guys about the...
It's so good to be back, isn't it?
It looks so hot.
Oh, it smells like... like home.
I think that's it. I don't know what else I can do. It's just the random ass. Is this the dagger that was like originally? Yeah, okay. Let's go talk to Withers. Hold on, I just wanna... Nice. Nice. Nice! God damn! Oh, this is... What does the scroll say? A missive from Wither's hand addressed to some unknown entity. Though you understand the alphabet, the script, and the words themselves, the meanings elude you. You only gain the impression a dark sun in the white sky an offer, or perhaps a warning.
Yes. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives. lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet.
Are they gonna be in another Baldur's Gate game?
Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
God damn, my cup is massive.
To you.
Oh, that's new. Try not to cry right now. I love this game so much. God, that ending stuff just added so much. We're gonna sit through the credits because that's what I like to do. Give due credit for everyone that worked on these incredible games that I get to play. The epilogue just like added pretty much everything I needed it to add at the end of the game. Because I remember finishing the game the first 2 times and just wishing there was something more that kind of just told us how they were doing. Yeah, it gave a lot of closure. I'm glad that I'm ending this night in a better mood than I was before stream. I basically told someone about what happened with my neighbor, and it unfortunately was pretty triggering. So I was like unwell for a couple hours after I brought it up, and even when I started stream I wasn't feeling so great, but I knew like as I played, I would feel a lot better, and I definitely feel a lot better. Yeah, I had to. Yeah, my friend didn't know what happened, and so I kind of explained what had happened with my neighbor, and just, yeah. Speaking of my neighbor gave me like 5 bags of fucking food today. It was insane. He just like walked over and just kept knocking on my door and kept giving me food. And it was like a variety of stuff. Like a lot of vegetables and fruits and then other stuff. And I was like, hello? And it was like, I think his way of saying thank you for me, like, you know, saving his fucking life. But yeah. Yeah. It's nice to be able to like see people get closure and see people progress, and even through something that was really difficult. And I think that's one of the things I really like about this game. It's just like you can actually feel like they get closure and that they are able to like move on and live their lives and do what they need to do for themselves. And I feel like a lot of people don't get the chance to do that, which is really unfortunate, but you have a long time. Well, did you finish all of this stuff in the crush and in the Temple of Shar? I'm sure there's things you probably missed, honestly, in exploration. I wouldn't be surprised. Because I missed a lot my first playthrough. Okay, so then there's another part of the Underdark you probably haven't done yet. There's a boat near the zombie guys that you had to fight. You need to take the... No, wait, you did, because you did near stuff. That's Shar's temple in Act 1. Don't forget to fight the Grimforge. I know you didn't want to do it, but you should do it. Have you done the hag stuff? Yeah, it's gonna beat your ass a couple times. But you learn what to do. The hag stuff, it's in Act 1. You know, the Blighted Village? Instead of going straight through it to get to the Goblin Camp, if you're entering it, like, from the main gate, take a left and just keep going down. Just explore your entire map, I guess, is the biggest thing I can tell you. Because you have I'm sure you've missed a lot of things. There's the spider underground, there's the necromancy, the necronomicon that you can get, there's the hag, there's the fish people, there's the Zentarum. It's a lot of stuff. I didn't find the fish people in Act 3 yet. But if you manage to push it off, without the babies coming out, you get an achievement. I'm not looking forward to fighting it in honor mode. I respect that. Honor mode's gonna be really interesting. Yeah, PD also does not like spiders. I don't fuck with spiders, but I have no problem with spiders in media. So, things coming up. So tomorrow we're back to Alan Wake 2. Saturday is the holiday movie marathon in my server. Sunday, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might stream and start honor mode. Because I'm gonna be streaming a lot next week, I think. Because I want to hit my goal of 600. Nothing on Christmas. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be streaming again. A mix of honor mode and Alan Wake. And then maybe another game, depending, because Alan Wake, I should probably be done with that soon. And I have, like, the 22nd. Actually, I might stream Friday during the day, because I have the 22nd to, through the 1st off. My work shuts down. So I'll be around a lot. So we'll see what happens. We're also going to do a community night as well with some Lethal Company, party animals, some other stuff and whatnot, which I'm looking forward to. I think that should be a lot of fun. And then once we're done with Alan Wake, I think we'll do Resident Evil. Resident Evil Revelations 2. Thank you. I'm sure we will. We're gonna do some stuff that folks can come in that are free as well, but we're gonna have a little day. And I don't know what I'm doing for like New Year's Eve, but I might do something for stream again like I did last year. We'll see. God, the first time I finished this game, I actually started bawling my eyes out. I respect that. That sounds like a good time. Brain Zoo. Want to hear something sad? A lot of the artists from Hasbro, the people that own, oh my god, Wizards of fuck. The people who make D&D, basically. Hasbro, like, laid off a ton of the artists, like, right after all of this came out. And it really sucks. Because, like, basically everybody and all the amazing artists that BG, like, Larian worked with for creating this game almost all got laid off. Yeah, it sucks. Goblins Enterprises. It's funny. Hide and Seeds. These are fucking funny. have to eat after this. For real. I don't. They basically were saying that they couldn't afford all of the artists, which is such bullshit because D&D and like everything is like at such a high right now. It's really weird. There's a video I saw that kind of explains it a little bit better, and I can pass. But yeah, it really fucking sucks. I just like did that and then had a listing for artists, which was kind of like, what the fuck? What? Like, huh? There you go. Man, this is just such a beautiful game. You would really think after playing over 600 hours I'd be tired of this game, but I'm not. Like, I think I've gotten to a point where it's a little harder for me to play on my own. But, I really like playing it on stream and sharing it with you guys and then sharing it with my friends. I want to, like, at some point, I would love to get through all of the origin stories. I'm still trying to get through Astarians, but I haven't touched it in a little bit. But I need to, because I need to get through his story to, like, get an achievement. So I need to do that. I'll get there. I think it's because, like, I love him, so I'm sad that I can't romance him. But then I get to romance Karlach, so I'm like, am I really losing, you know? Am I really losing? And the answer is no, I'm not. Yeah, well, it's just weird because it was like Hasbro, you know? And they worked in conjunction with Larian, so it's like, it's not like they still, like, I doubt they hired them on for this, you know? Like, I highly doubt that's the reason why they were hired. They were probably hired before it. But who knows? I also want to romance Minthara. And I'm really excited to have Minthara in my team finally, because I think I'm really gonna like her character, but we didn't have the option to have her in there until recently without, like, fucking raiding the Tieflings camp, and I can't do that. The Tieflings deserve better, and I can't betray Papa Zevlor. I'm generally curious if I've missed stuff still. I think there's still stuff I've missed in Act 3, because I haven't, like, explored every single building, but we'll see what happens. Honestly, I'm heavily considering doing, like, just for fun, an honor mode with, like, not yet, but, like, an honor mode with everybody in the party, like, with the mods. Because I just think it'd be fun. Like, I want to beat the game as is, which is the regular team, but I really want to play with everybody in the party.
Hello. Good morning, ma'am. How was your nap? Come here. Come on. Oh, big yawn. Oh, we got to see your big yawn, ma'am. What was that? She was like, oh, you're finally done playing your video game? Okay, I'm gonna come out of my crate now. I took a really cute photo of her last night, or yesterday. She was just in a little ball. Or maybe it was today. I don't remember. I sent it to PD. I know that much. I sent it to PD, Evie, Apple. Did I send it to you, Fusion? I might have sent it to you. I don't know if I sent it to you. Yeah, same. Like, I kind of fell asleep at normal hours yesterday, you know? But I woke up a lot. What would be something you guys would like to see me do with this game? If you have thoughts. Because we're going to do an honor mode. Oh, the late night messaging. I was like, huh? Huh?